Bureau of Energy Efficiency has made a unique proposal to bring the bandwidth of air conditioning temperature to 20 to 28 degrees centigrade. As we know well, right now the air conditioning in the houses and in the cars is ranging from 18 degrees centigrade to 30 degrees centigrade. As we know very well that in the recent years, the number of ACs or air conditioning across the country has substantially increased. With the rising temperatures and people seeking a comfortable lifestyle are increasingly depending on air conditioning. And that too, many people are keeping their air conditioning at 18 degrees centigrade and 16 degrees centigrade, leading to very high demand of power at the peak hours during summer. On June 9th, this peak demand on the electricity grid has reached 241 gigawatt. It is not only environmentally risky, but it is also very high burden is being created on the electricity grid. In order to tackle this problem, the Indian government has made this proposal to fix the temperatures at 20 to 28 degrees centigrade. And increasing the temperature of air conditioning by 1 degree centigrade will have 6% energy saving impact. And this is a much necessary step across the country in order to save the energy and also save the environment. Primarily because of the increasing air conditionings is leading to urban heat island effect. You might know well that air conditioning is not going to reduce the temperature. It is going to, in fact, extract the temperature from the houses and is going to push it outside, leading to rising heat in the other regions and ultimately causing uncomfort and problems for the people. That is the reason why air conditioning is in fact a threat to the environment and to the grid, and increasing the temperatures is the right move for the country. But at the same time, having an environmentally friendly adaptation like wearing cotton cloths during winter, consuming food which can cool down the body temperature, and along with that, constructing your houses and planning them in a fashion which syncs with the green buildings like the traditional houses of India are going to reduce the dependency on air conditioning and help us escape the concrete urban jungle effect. An American research agency and think tank by the name of Pew Agency has conducted a survey with nearly 2,000 samples across the world in 201 countries in order to estimate the populations of various religions across the world. And the outcome of the surveys is that third largest religion of the world today is the people who are non-believers. Either they might be atheists or they might be agnostics. And standing at nearly 28.8%, Christianity is the religion which is most followed in the world. And the world's second most followed religion is Islam, standing at 25.6%. And it is said that Islam is the religion which is the world's fastest growing religion, with nearly 34 crore people added to the religion between 2000 to 2010. In fact, the Pew report also says that in the countries which are more developed countries, the acceptance of religion or belief in religion is very minimal, whereas in the developing and underdeveloped countries, the attachment to religion is very strong. And it also says that the third highest or the fourth highest membership in a religion is for Hinduism, standing at nearly 14.6% of the total global population. And Hinduism as a religion, it is neither growing nor it is declining. It is in sync with the global population trends, with 12 crore Hindus added over the past decade. And along with that, the Pew report also makes an interesting observation about Buddhism and says that Buddhism is a religion which is fast declining, and it might lead to very fast reduction in the number of people who are following Buddhism. And it also says that right now there are more Christians in sub-Saharan Africa than in Europe. So these are some of the interesting observations made by Pew, but the most interesting aspect is that the people who are agnostics and atheists have become the third largest religion in the world. The politics in Middle East never fail to surprise us. In fact, in one such strange occurrence today, Israel has conducted multiple airstrikes on Iran. You have heard it right. It's not on Gaza. It's not on Hamas. This time directly on the Iranian state. It has conducted multiple strikes, of which majority of the sites are targeted at the nuclear installations and the nuclear enrichment centers of Iran. In fact, the strikes have caused such severe damage that even the commander-in-chief of Iranian military, he was killed in the Israeli airstrikes. In fact, the commander-in-chief is Mohammad Bagheri, and along with that, the commander-in-chief of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps called Hossein Salami is also killed in the Israeli strikes. And the most important nuclear installation which has been hit is the Natanz nuclear installation. Suddenly, what went so wrong between Iran and Israel? In fact, this is a conflict whose roots are present in the 1970s and 80s. After the Iranian Revolution, the Iranian supreme leader, who is both religious and political leader of Iran, called Al-Khomeini, has given multiple warnings to Israel. In fact, from the time of Iranian Revolution in 1971, Iran has always projected itself as the leader of the Islamic world, particularly the Shia world. And as the leader of the Islamic world, it has taken the responsibility of the Palestinians. Because of which reason, continuously it was criticizing Israel. And when its nuclear program has started, Al-Khomeini has warned Israel that once Iran develops the nuclear weapon, it will wipe out Israel from the map of earth. This threat, it stays intact even today. Anti-Israeli forces, particularly the Hamas, is funded and supported by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. And along with that, there is a support for all possible anti-Israel activities in the Middle East region by Iran. And because of this factor, when Iran is developing the nuclear weapon back in 2010, Israel conducted an attack, but that attack was a cyber attack with the help of Stuxnet, which in fact derailed the entire program of Iran. In fact, it has deliberately increased the speed of the centrifuges, leading to their destruction, off-railing the nuclear program of Iran. And day to day also, because of the Israeli insistence only, Americans have put continuous pressure on Iran and imposed multiple sanctions in order to stop Iran from developing the nuclear weapons. As we have seen, in the recent months, there is an ongoing negotiation between US and Iran for a nuclear deal. But yesterday, there was a report by International Atomic Energy Agency that the enrichment facilities which are present in Iran and the amount of uranium that they are enriching cannot be used for civilian purposes. They are developing the military grade uranium. That is the reason why Israel immediately became active and it conducted the airstrikes. But this time, Iran has said very clearly that it is not going to take the issue silently, and Iran or Israel is going to get its medicine of its own kind, and they are going to conduct multiple airstrikes on Israeli soil. But as Israel is protected by the Iron Dome and multiple other defense mechanisms, so we cannot expect any real damage of Israel, but definitely war is going to be inevitable between Iran and Israel. Thank you.